Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to A Place in Space, where two things have become immediately apparent. One, it's the world's biggest delivery for the third week in a row, and two, I may be the world's illest man ever, so that Siberian wombat flu got me good. Let's see if we can all make it through today's video in one piece together, shall we? Let's roll. Mikey, no laughing. Right, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals one-shot, still written by Kieran Gillen. We like it, Kieran, when you write your own one-shots. Well done, that man. That is Star Fox this week. Perhaps more popular to some of you, you've also got these little-known chaps called the X-Men, lads and ladies. Well done. Very cool. Those are two one-shots participating into All Things Axe out now. And now to the meat of the matter, we've got Hulk issue number 9, written by the fabulous Donny Cates. Donny, we love you. We also like it when you start something called Hulk Planet. That sounds massive. Anyway, I'm sure you've all beaten me to the punch and you've all bought it before me. Anyway, Edge's Spider-Verse issue 5 is here now. You're all buying it, everyone. We sell out of this every single time. I just wanted to let you know, just in case there was a couple of stragglers. But I do want to highlight this for a few minutes, because this is issue 0 of Neil Gaiman and Mark Buchanan's return to all things Miracle Man. I mean, return to the Miracle Man, the Silver Age. Probably one of the biggest icons Marvel have ever really put out and done very little with in comparative recent years, shall we say. Either way, it's all returning. You've got a beautiful Terry Dodson cover to kick off here. And it's all getting a little bit heavy inside, but yeah, massive, completist kind of recap one-shot, getting you all ready for all things Neil Gaiman very, very shortly indeed. A few quick little stragglers here from Marvel, and then we're going to get a little bit weird DC and indie. Star Wars The Mandalorian issue number 5. Now, you might... Issue number 4. I know what I'm on about. Maybe. You might wonder why I continue to talk about this every single issue. Well, we've sold out for the previous 3. Okay, so if you have been enjoying and you don't want to miss, do not miss on this one, because they just continue to go. I know that might be the bee's knees and the be-all end-all of Star Wars right now. Mandalorian sells, who'd have thunk it? I know. But just in case you kind of somehow wait, don't. But for Marvel, it won't surprise you that too many of you, it's all about this week. This is Spider-Man issue number 1 by Dan Slott and Mark Bagley. Two of the biggest titans of modern Marvel Spider-Man creation and creating, who've never I don't know if they've ever worked together. They must have. I'll come back to you. I don't know. But they're back if they weren't already working together. Now, Dan is taking you to all things Spider-Verse. I know, who'd have thunk it on this one. But he is also promising you one of the biggest Spider-Verse villains he's ever done. Dan, you have our attention. Well done. Mark Bagley will make it look beautiful. So you've already bought it on pre-order, and you don't need me to remind you, but just in case you weren't aware, that will be ginormous, all right? DC, let's do it. Chip Zdarsky, he's got Failsafe within Batman Part 4. That continues to be delicious. I'm very much a Chip Zdarsky fan at this point, if you couldn't already tell. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 5 is out now, in addition to Dark Crisis of Deadly Green. Now, in the original Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, obviously our big boy Swamp Thing was responsible for putting the old bastard down in the first place. I won't say who, just in case you ain't read it in spoilers and you've got a trade waiting to be read somewhere. But obviously now we've got 2 Swamp Thing running around within the current verse of DC. This looks bloody gorgeous, coupled with the fact it's written by Ram V, and you've got me woofing like a goddamn show of crufts. Anyway, I'm sure that will be beautiful. Ram, you're a dude. Right, Matthew Rosenberg, let's get ready. This is The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, issue number 1. Now, the last time DC did something like this, it was kind of all the way back in All-Star Superman, where, well, Superman was dying. Same kind of premise here. Joker ain't well. And I know there's not exactly a ton of people rushing to his defense and medical aid right now, but at the same time, we don't really want to see him die. Yet. At least not yet. That looks very cool. I'm a Joker fan, I'm a Batboy fan. But yeah. Very much worth all things there, Matthew Rosenberg. I look forward to enjoying that. That is out now. I've got no idea what direction that's going to go, because obviously Joker is very much mortal, so I'm not entirely sure how they're going to play this one down. Looks delicious, though. Very much my cup of tea. I shall wait and see where that one goes. Man, I've got to hurry up. Damn, I'm already halfway through. This looks absolutely fit. Now, obviously, Black Adam is due to drop like an atom bomb in cinemas any day now. This is Dr. Fate. As soon as you involve Dr. Fate and the Tower, it's just, that's artwork to die for in here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know the artist. All he's done is give his surname as Miller. So thank you, Mr. Miller, whoever you are. Look away if you don't want to see the big splash page here. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is just awesome. Loving that. But for me, for DC, it's all about this one this week. This is Gotham City, Year 1, brought to you by the one and only Tom King. I know we've spoken about Tom King a lot in these videos over the last couple of years. Left to his own devices, he's a little bit sprawling and messy. You give him a nice tight rein and a tough editorial hand, the man is he's up there with some of the best of them. And giving him crime noir to do, his current human target is fit. He's absolutely incredible. So this is dialing all the way back 2 generations before Batman, literally Gotham City's earliest days. I know Scott Snyder did some of that back in the Court of the Owl's days, and I know Sean Murphy's done some of it in Curse of the White Knight, etc., etc. But I love seeing Gotham City being explored in its earliest generations of a noir cesspit. It's just fun. And trust me when I say, like, Phil Hester is absolutely the man to be doing harsh crime noir artwork. Everything's drenched in shadow. Everything looks like it's about to lynch you. None of it looks pleasant in the best possible way. Yes. Okay, a few quick indies and we're good. Joshua Williamson returns from being all things cool on Birthright and Nailbite and is giving you Dark Ride, which is apparently just his mad, raging love affair of all things theme parks and horror. I'm sure some of your ears just perked up at that. But let me see. I can't say anything better than that. That looks awesome. Junkyard Joe is finally here, off delayed, long delayed, coming in from all things Geiger. I'm going to surprise some of you here. Garbage Pail Kids. If you're either thinking the world's gone too woke or not woke enough, Garbage Pail Kids sits firmly in the middle of degrading and disgusting everyone. All right? So trust me, no one will be left out in this one here. Garth. All right. Garth Ennis once infamously wrote a book called The Pro. Let's see how un-PC I can be here, which is about a prostitute. Ladies and gentlemen, don't Google that. Learning to have superpowers and struggling with them. Finally, after 20 years, the sequel to that story is elegantly written within these pages. I think some of you may have just peeked your eyebrows up. And kids, if you're under 18, for God's sake, don't listen to anything I just said. Scott Snyder writes Night of the Ghoul. Now, this is awesome. I'm well aware the video is spilling over time here, but just stick with me. Back in 1936, there was a movie called Night of the Ghoul, which was infamously burnt in the studio. It never made it to celluloid or cinema. This is that story. This is Scott Snyder doing with Frank Avila. So you've got the Black Mirror, infamously Batman Black Mirror duo working together again, doing an absolute all-star horror book by Dark Horse. Some of it's in black and white, some of it's in colour. I can't think of a horror book I've actually been more excited to read recently than that. That is Night of the Ghoul. People have written far more better things than I can say in this video about it online previously, so go and have a quick Google. If that sounds like your cup of tea, we do have some copies left. That will be ragingly hot. And regular books this week, we're going to go to a couple of facsimiles. They've been going hot and heavy recently. This is the Amazing Spider-Man issue #1. Just like we've said many times before in the videos, the facsimiles reprint these damn things, complete with adverts, original artwork, like everything. It's just really, really nicely done. Tomb of Dracula repeats the first ever appearance of Dracula within Marvel, and you've also got the very first ever Superman #1 as well. We did talk about Action Comics briefly last week. He gets his own Superman #1. Mikey is really telling me to hurry up now, so I'm going to do a few quick covers of the week, and then we will all go home. This is Batman issue 128. I'm not sure if Mikey's throwing up time signs or gang signs behind the camera, but never mind, we'll figure it out. That's Garbage Pail Kids trading card variant. That's a cardstock cover from Dynamite, which is gorgeous. Gun Honey has a Derek Chew cover, which is just also as gorgeous. They've also done this. This was initially announced as a Virgin cover. It's not. It's just an FOC, really stylized, kind of like cyberpunking cover. It was a toss-up for me between these two. This is Stefan Sejic blowing everyone else out of the water with that, which is just all kinds of stunning. But I'm going to go back to Liber Mijo as we have done so many times before for that, which is just, frankly, for me, one of his best ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I shall see you very, very soon indeed. Enjoy.